Today we're checking out another mini PC, this time the Geekom A6. I want to thank them for sending this over to review on the channel. They're finding out what I think about this mini PC the same time that you are once they watch this video. So let's go ahead and get started. Pricing for this is normally $449, but I'll leave a link down below with current pricing and more information because chances are it could be on sale by the time you're watching this. It comes with the AMD Ryzen 7 6800H processor at up to 4.7 gigahertz, a Radeon 680M graphics, also has 32 gigabytes of RAM. It can go up to 64 gigabytes, and then 1 terabyte of M.2 SSD storage, and I believe it goes up to 2 terabytes. So pretty good specs for the price in my opinion. Inside the box you've got a user guide, an HDMI cable, and of course the power adapter as well. It also has Bluetooth 5.2, Wi-Fi 6E. You can see it's pretty small, only 4.4 by 4.4 inches by 1.4 inches tall. It also weighs less than 1 pound. This has their Ice Blast cooling technology to keep things running cool, and it comes with Windows 11 Pro. You can tell they took some inspiration from the Mac Mini. Even similar how they did black on the back with a similar style for the vents. You've got an SD card slot over on the side. Here on the front, you've got 2 USB 3.2 ports, a headphone jack, and of course the power button. On the back, you've got 2 USB-C ports, 2 HDMI ports, a USB 2.0 port, a USB 3.2 port, and of course where you plug in the power. Even looks similar here on the bottom where you can see it's round, has some nice rubber feet here on the bottom. You've got some threads here if you want to mount this as well. If you take the feet off, you can see where the screws are if you need to access the insides. I gotta say, really nice build quality with this one, even if they are copying the Mac Mini somewhat. I think the biggest surprise with this mini PC is just how good the performance is compared to other ones I've tested. Just looking at the Geekbench scores, it's actually right there with the Ryzen 9 B-Link Surge 6, which is one of the best that I've tested recently when running the 3D Mark Time Spy test. Again, it's right there with the Ryzen 9 mini PC I tested when watching YouTube videos. There's a couple dropped frames here and there, but obviously there's a lot of variables like what you're watching, your Wi-Fi connection, and so on. Also, when running the benchmark test on Forza Horizon 5, it got 60 frames per second and was right around that mark most of the time that I was testing. So pretty smooth gameplay overall. Surprisingly, it was getting anywhere from 100 to 120 frames per second while playing Rocket League, but which is actually a little better than the Ryzen 9 mini PC. I think this might be the best gaming performance compared to most other mini PCs that I've tested so far. You can also do things like 4K video editing on here as well. Overall, I'm pleasantly surprised by the performance. It might have some fan noise from time to time, but it doesn't really get warm at all. Really, the only thing I could see that might be an improvement on here is if they added a USB-C port there on the front, but that's kind of nitpicking really. But overall, I think they did a really nice job, and I think it's going to be tough to beat this mini PC at this price. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.